So when I was running my startup, I was going through some really severe burnout, and I was noticing that a lot of my team were getting really stressed, really burnt out, and also seemed to be having a pretty hard time. And I remember one of my teammates, he was seemed to be doing really well, and then just got super angry at me one day, and then he just quit the next day. My co-founder had a bit more of a serious situation, so he actually had a stomach tumor that they found, and he got surgery. Fortunately, it was benign, and he got it removed, and then quit the startup a few weeks later. This happened to a few people where they were just getting to the point where they just didn't want to be there, or they couldn't physically work anymore. And I started wondering, was my own stress, was my burnout also spreading to other people and affecting them? And the answer is yes, it was. Very, very obviously. And I know this from my own experience, but also from research out there. So there's some research from the University of Bremen in Germany that found people who have existing mental disorders like anxiety, depression, or burnout that joined a company would spread and impact those people around them. So those colleagues that were okay before would start having those same symptoms of anxiety, depression, or burnout. In other words, these mental disorders can actually be contagious, which I know is like pretty crazy, right? And especially, you know, especially if you have some pre-existing issues already, you may be even more prone to that. And this made a lot of sense to me, and it made a lot of sense why my team was getting burnt out, largely because, or at least partly because of my own issues. Now, what does this mean? I think this means that we have an ethical obligation to prioritize our mental health, not just for our own well-being, but also for those around us, because it does impact everyone around us and does increase their suffering if we don't take care of ourselves. Now, does that mean you should go quit your job if you currently have some mental disorder or if you're burnt out? Not necessarily. I'm not saying that. Obviously, I think these things can be managed with the right amount of attention and care and support. So, what I would say is that definitely talk to your company, be open about your issues with your company, and get the support that you need. Take the time off that you need, and prioritize your mental health. If you don't know how to do that, then you have some skills that you need to build, and maybe some beliefs you need to change, which means you need to talk to friends, you need to talk to maybe a therapist or a counselor, a coach. Find a support group that you can be part of, and to start talking through some of your challenges to make sure that things don't get worse, or you can at least manage them for the time being. So that's all I have to say for now. If you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you.